Welcome to the inaugural Duel in the Dome at the beautiful Columbia College campus in Sonora, California. It's the DJ Trev Entertainment pregame show on NorCal Sports TV. 12 teams, 6 games right here on NorCal Sports TV. Today's pregame show brought to you by DJ Trev Entertainment, bumping it up all day in the Oak Pavilion. Come on out if you are nearby, or if you're not nearby, you have plenty of time because it's 12 teams, 6 games, final game tipping off at 7:30. But game number 1, it's the Bret Harte Bullfrogs against the McLane Highlanders. The Bullfrogs from just across the river in Calaveras County. They are 5-4 entering this game, and last night they took a loss to Vanguard College Prep out of Modesto, a 60-45 loss, but before that, they were on a 2-game winning streak against Stone Ridge Christian and Delhi. On the other hand, McLane, the Highlanders, 3-5 on the season on a 3-game losing streak, losing a few days ago to North out of Bakersfield, 56-32. Their last win came on December 2nd against Kennedy out of Delano, 79-68. But they haven't had the best season so far, but it's going back and forth. It's a D4 school for McLane, D5 for Bret Harte. So we're starting off a little bit separated, but as we go on through the day, we're going to get a little bit closer through those divisions. McLane is led by their junior 5'9" player, James Brown, who averages 18 points per game, 3 assists, and 4 steals as well. He gets 5 rebounds, but the leader in rebounds is Hughes, who is their second leading scorer. Out of 54 points per game, James Brown scores 18 of those. He is the only player in double-digit scoring for McLane. Starting lineups today, Bret Harte, number 3, Jacob Archer, 5, Chance Herndon, 10, Walker Maurer, 11, Karsten Weidman, and number 24, Nathan Reeves. A few of those players, and including on the bench, NorCal Sports TV summer basketball camp players as well. So some of those skills that they learn coming from that camp. And if you'd like to sign up, norcalsportstv.com/camp. Now for McLane, 0, Mark Bowman, 1, James Brown, 3, Cedric Hughes, 5, Desir Newhouse, and 15, J. Din Turner. McLane traveling from Fresno. Said Bret Harte, just across the river, short drive over. Talking to some of the local coaches. Bret Harte plays in their same league, the Motherlode League, and they're a little bit scared of what Bret Harte has to offer this year. Despite being a D5 school and some of the other schools being a little bit higher, they still all play in the Motherlode League, and they're kind of scared to see what happens in league play because they do have quite a few players, sharpshooters, and what they have. And we're going to take the first look at that today and now. Bret Harte wins the tip. McLane not even jumping for that one. Bullfrogs starting out with their offensive possession, immediately attacking down low. It's going to be Walker Maurer, his 3 off the mark. McLane pulls down the rebound. That is Cedric Hughes, the 6'1" junior, second leading scorer, and averages 7 rebounds per game as McLane caught with the travel, and that'll turn it over to the Bullfrogs. McLane immediately in some full court pressure as well, trying to get those early steals, takeaways, and get up early on the Bullfrogs. Switching court here is Karsten Weidman. They make a pass down the side, bad bounce, and it goes down for an offensive rebound to Nathan Reeves. Walker Maurer back out on the wing, dribbles up top, he's double teamed. Tries finding Chance Herndon, taken away by James Brown. The dish underneath won't go. A slow start offensively for both teams as this will remain McLane ball underneath. Wide open man in the corner. Drives around the kick and the defense for the Bullfrogs. Stop it inside the paint. Desir Newhouse picks up the foul. The sophomore player playing a little too close as the Bullfrogs favoring that sideline. Walker Maurer back with it. Down low, it's Nathan Reeves trying to back down the 6'1" freshman of McLane. James Brown handling against Chance Herndon. Three on the way for McLane and still scoreless. Another defensive rebound for Bret Harte. That's Jacob Archer trying to get points in transition. Double teamed in the corner, ball poked out, and it remains Bullfrog ball on the side. Maurer to Ignite, and he gets it into Archer. Stolen right away by Desir Newhouse. He's trying to set up a 2-on-1 possession, and it finally pays off. McLane on the board, 2-0 on top of the Bret Harte Bullfrogs. Bret Harte trying to have a similar play, and he gets caught on the travel, sliding that pivot foot across. Nathan Reeves, the senior for Bret Harte, not paying attention to that pivot foot, and nice back and forth for McLane on the other side, getting that first bucket. 2 minutes in, and the defense is holding steady. Offense is still looking to dominate inside, but the defense holds strong again with Nathan Reeves putting a hand up, distracting the offense. Here's Walker Maurer, 4-on-1 with the Bullfrogs, but somehow McLane coming from behind. That's James Brown, the poke out, and stops what could have been an easy bucket for Bret Harte. Quick inbound, Reeves underneath, he's double teamed. Off the foot of the Highlanders, Bret Harte gets it back. Bret Harte has had a difficult time finding Nathan Reeves down low, senior player acting as their center, and another forced turnover by McLane. Nathan Reeves down inside the paint offensively, trying to get things done for Bret Harte. They keep giving him the ball. He's immediately double teamed and just can't get that ball high enough to either draw a foul or get that shot down for two. Bret Harte still scoreless, but McLane only 2 points up, and it looks like they're going to get two more here, and they do with that. That is Desir Newhouse, and Bret Harte forced to take the timeout as McLane goes up 4-0. But let's look more at McLane. Out of Fresno, traveling up here. They did not come to Sonora to lose. The D4 team, 3-5. They started out against Madera in their first game of the season. 56-47 loss, and it's been back and forth since then. Paso Robles, 70-41 win. Then Bullard out of Fresno, 79-27 loss. Liberty, 68-44 win. Kennedy, a win, and then they've been on a 3-game losing streak since then. But they want to snap that here at the inaugural Duel at the Dome. Once again, James Brown is their leading scorer with 18 points per game, doubling the amount of Cedric Hughes, which is their second leading scorer. And he does more than just that assist-wise. He's responsible per game for about 30 points per game. Back in here, the Bret Harte Bullfrogs called the timeout. And here in transition, Bullfrogs will be shooting two. This is Jacob Archer. Inaugural Duel at the Dome brought to you by NorCal Sports TV in partnership with the Sonora Wildcats basketball team. I'm Levi Flores, and I'm excited to announce that joining me in the booth is Lauren Goody Goodman.
Hey, hey, hey.
Call no shot on that second one, a lane violation on the Bullfrogs, so McLane holds the Bullfrogs to only 1 point early on.
You see some token zone defense right now, extending the pressure, but easy flying down low to the foul.
Karsten Weidman came from behind, put that up, and Nathan Reeves on the front side is the one who got called on the foul, and I don't think that pressure was necessary with Karsten Weidman behind him, grabbing that ball out of midair. But then, of course, Reeves just wants to make sure, get that double pressure and stop him from the front side.
That was a good find down low by McLane, but got to make it a tough foul no matter what. No easy layups.
is Isaiah Pamanis. McLane has been in the full court press for the initial 4 minutes of the game so far. And it works out more on the defensive side than the full court press as James Brown barely gets that off, but he throws it away.
Got to make your turnovers turn into points. Simple as that. Good thought process on the pressure defense, but not turning it into anything. That's what's got him getting subbed out right now.
We will see Caden Apley and Tomiso Owens for the first time today for Bret Harte. Here's Owens, the freshman player. We've seen quite a bit of him on NorCal Sports TV, a few from our middle school tournaments and from our summer camp as well. He misses his first shot attempt. Archer gets it back for the Bullfrogs and sets up Karsten Weedman in the wing. Drives through, double teamed, and the jump ball forced by Mark Bowman.
Good pressure defense by McLane. They're creating the turnovers, leading to that 5-point lead right now, but just good hands up, applying pressure, not forcing any fouls.
McLane back on the outside looking for the open three shooter. Penetration inside, goes up with the right hand and gets it off the glass. Down for two, and McLane 8-1.
And there again, they got to be smart. Good bucket right here, just being patient, kissing it off the glass. But their pressure on defense is going to sometimes create some of those fouls. They got to continue to apply the pressure, move their feet.
All 8 points of McLane coming from Isaiah Pamanis and Dysir Newhouse so far. Archer drives, the dish underneath, the foul, basket, and one more at the free throw line. It is Caden Apley.
Good execution right there by Bret Harte. Finding the big fella down low. Here's how they got there. Good dime. Way to take the contact and finish.
Mark Bowman trying to slow down, avoid that contact a little bit too late. It's Caden Apley. The three-point play will go down. Bret Harte focusing their defense on the defensive side of the court, not worrying about that full court press as the three hits for Isaiah Pamanis, the 6'1" junior guard.
Playing lights out so far from McLane.
Pass up to Apley, Archer cutting inside, and the blocking foul, an easy call for the official. Jay Turner tried getting inside and a little bit too late.
Yeah, just not in position. You see again here, that last bucket from McLane, deep ball for three.
That's the first foul on Turner as Archer will be shooting two. A few more substitutions. McLane brings back in James Brown, and they will have Demetrius Simon as well. Archer goes 1 of 2. Once again, McLane's speed trying to beat Bret Harte back on the other side. Here's James Brown, picks up the dribble quite early, swings it to the corner. McLane trying to use their size, but the zone defense for Bret Harte closing that gap down low. And another three for Isaiah Pamanis. He has 10 out of the 14 points for the Highlanders.
Right now.
And another steal for the Highlanders. Picks it up, gives over Pamanis. Poked out from behind by Chance Herndon. Now they'll reset up top with Mark Bowman. Bounce down low, Pamanis. And three in the key, go the other way.
Deep ball, got him.
Ball poked out on the side, Highlanders. Steal after steal after steal, and Tomiso Owens makes him pay. Tries spinning out of the pressure on the sideline, and the jump ball is called between him and Pamanis.
And that stays Bret Harte's ball. They looked up on that one.
Archer guarded by Newhouse. Double team comes over. Brown the poke, the steal, and the basket. And Bret Harte, their second time out of the game, not faring well for the Bullfrogs so far. It's 16-5, the McLane Highlanders leading in the Duel in the Dome.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
A lot of the points for McLane coming off steals and then transition baskets. They're up 16-5 against the Bret Harte Bullfrogs in the inaugural Duel in the Dome, and McLane already coming out of the break showing that full court press. A steal almost gets the next basket, but you can see just the effort that McLane is bringing in that pressure, and that's why they have this lead right now.
You got to be okay with, if you're McLane right now, your pressure is applied. You are getting the turnovers that you want. They're playing really good basketball right now, especially on the defensive end.
Both Bret Harte Bullfrogs go up. Shot won't go. A little bit too much muscle on it. It goes the other way as the rebound doesn't go for Cedric Hughes stepping on the baseline. Chance Herndon. 5 seconds to get past half court. Trying to dribble through.
There it is.
Looks like they're going to call possible reach and foul.
And those are the ones where coaches get frustrated. You're right there, about 8 seconds. 2 more seconds of discipline, and you get a different result right there.
Bret Harte back to inbound. It's Jonah Melton-Cotto. New shot clock, and it looks like the Bullfrogs easily break this time. Penetrating all the way through, it is Caden Apley. That will be 5 points for Apley. Three ball rattles out, offensive rebound, and a stop by Apley, tying it up, taking it away. Archer in transition. Apley's down there. Owens comes down with speed. James Brown, the steal. 3-on-2. Straight at him. Drops 3 for 2.
Got to stop the basketball sooner than that.
Owens moves up to Archer. The final minute of quarter number 1. Apley gets another basket.
Apley's really keeping it in the ball game right now.
4-second difference between shot and game clock, but the McLane Highlanders haven't nearly taken that much of the shot clock in any of their possessions. It'll reset here, but the Bullfrogs get the rebound, had a beautiful chance up court. They were passing to Jonah Melton-Cotto, and then Tumiso Owens was all the way down already. He just has quick speed. He's not cherry picking. He just gets down there fast as soon as he knows his team has it. Fortunately, the turnover occurs on a bad pass. Shot clock turned off now. Another bad pass, but luckily Pamanis was there for McLane.
Potential turnover right there. McLane got to make it count.
Shot goes up, hits the bottom of the backboard. McLane coach not knowing what happened there. Mitchell Davis not liking that play, especially with the amount of time that was left. Now 4 seconds for the Bullfrogs if they want to toss up a prayer. They keep it away from the Highlanders for a possible shot for them. So at the end of quarter number 1, the McLane Highlanders in the Duel in the Dome up 18-9 over the Bret Harte Bullfrogs.
All the way up from Los Angeles. We
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. and this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples.
NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and on my side is Lauren Goody Goodman, the unanimous best color commentator for NorCal Sports TV. We all talk about it. You're always number one. Thanks for being here in the inaugural Duel in the Dome. First game of the day, it's the McLane Highlanders 18, Bret Harte Bullfrogs 9. And you missed the first minute here, but what have you seen from Bret Harte that has kind of put him in this hole?
Man, it's my guy in the middle. He's really sustained aptly, playing really well. Had 7 points in that first quarter. That's what keeps it within 9. But they got to take care of the basketball better. McLane's applying pressure. We know that's going to come. Just take care of the basketball. Use your press break. Get it up the court, and let's see if Apley can get some buckets for you.
Pass up court. Apley once again gets a little body bump, fights through it, and gets the points. And what I liked about that play specifically was that he didn't worry about the official's call. He still fought through the contact. He made the basket, and when he heard there wasn't a whistle, he went back down on defense. And then right back at it, McLane Highlanders starting the second quarter with a Cedric Hughes 3.
It's good to see McLane hit some shots, too. They were getting a lot of easy layups. See if they can shoot the ball just as much as they can apply defense.
Looks like they might count that one as a 2 from Cedric Hughes, and now the Highlanders back on the move. And Owens puts enough pressure to make the stop, but offensive rebounds back and forth, and they take advantage of that. Hughes with another one underneath.
And immediately you see McLane getting in that pressure. That's something that they work on a regular basis.
Bounce pass underneath to Apley. He goes reverse side, and now McLane, they want to take the timeout. There is 2 by Bret Harte in the first, and now McLane not liking what they're seeing defensively in quarter number 2.
One falling down.
DJ Trev in the building today for the Duel in the Dome. DJ Trev Entertainment. Check him out. 22-13, back within a 10-point game. McLane a little bit worried about their defensive pressure, so coach called the timeout, talked about it for 30 seconds, and now we'll see what they can do with that pressure once they get another shot up. That one won't go. And it looks like the Bullfrogs a little bit too worried about the block and stopping the points than the actual rebound. So McLane gets another offensive one. The putback, 24-13. It's the first points for Jay Turner, one of the 5 starters. And the pressure applied and ripped off right away.
Just go to the basket. Just go to the basket. If you take a charge, you take a charge. You have no fouls. So I'm going to get to the cup. Bet you the next time he's not going to be there. And if he is there, just stop and pop, pull a floater over the top. I hate when I see the acrobatics for no reason. Just go get the bucket, and then we get a turnover.
Back in the game is Chance Herndon, the junior for Bret Harte. He takes out Tumiso Owens. Now Archer caught on the baseline, gives it over. Weedman, his mid-range jumper won't go, and Apley goes over the back for a foul. Excuse me, no, they're placing that one on James Brown. So now Apley has a 1-and-1. Apley will have another one.
And what did I say to you? Apley, all the points this quarter so far. When he touches the basketball, Bret Harte has an opportunity to be successful, and McLane just hasn't found anything to stop him. They don't have anybody even as tall enough to guard him one-on-one, so getting him the basketball seems like it's creating some success for the Bullfrogs.
13 of the 15 points for Bret Harte come from Apley. He came off the bench as well. Bret Harte forces a tough shot, nearly goes through. Bret Harte gets the rebound. We'll push forward.
And if you're Bret Harte, you want to get away from that sideline. But look, before I can speak it up, they turn the ball over. Good pass.
Beautiful find. Shot doesn't go. And
you owe me. You owe me in practice for that one.
Find themselves back underneath. Walker Maurer tripped up. Walker Maurer dribbling through the defense himself, then puts a Hail Mary pass all the way up to Chance Herndon, and it pays off with Apley once more. Excuse me, that was Chance Herndon, excuse me.
Good pull. I like it. Everybody's kind of retreating now down to Apley. Everybody got to be ready to shoot. And for me, Bret Harte, if they just had their hands up right now, deter a view. You see, pulled up right over the top. No defensive pressure.
It was Cedric Hughes who got that mid-range jumper. And another steal. That's Desir Newhouse. Poked out, give to your teammate, and then lead it up court because the defense didn't get back there. Few more substitutions coming in for the Bullfrogs. Austin Blodgett, the first time we see him. A few more for McLane as well. Halfway through the second quarter, and it's McLane 26, Bret Harte 17. A little bit of contact down there. You saw it as well.
Contact and some steps.
That push goes on Apley. That's going to be foul number 1. And with as physical as he is, down on the low block on both sides of the court, 1 foul through 1.5 quarters. Not too bad.
He's playing really well. He's a good big man inside, but they also have been in this zone that's protected him in having to make some fouls.
The three's too much for number 12, Demetrius Simon. And the Highlanders doing a lot of work on offensive rebounds.
One more.
13 offensive rebounds per game for McLane, and I think they've surpassed that in this one within the first 12 minutes. Bullfrogs get the steal. Calling for it in the corner is Chance Herndon. Defense still didn't quite see him, but they pass to the other corner. It's Weedman, and he knocks down a triple.
There it is there. No hands on defense. I'm a big component of it. That's the coach in me. Got to play defense with your hands up. You want tips, you want deflections, and you want to make it a tough shot.
The Highlanders have played just as unique and hard as they did in the first quarter, but you see the change of momentum and shift in the game just in the second quarter. McLane just made that basket, but they brought it all the way down to a 6-point game. And offensively, Bret Harte's doing a lot better with other players, not just Apley.
Well, it opens things up. And you see McLane in transition.
Weedman applied pressure, but Isaac Richardson, the freshman for McLane, back up and over, and it's a 10-point lead for the Highlanders.
The Apley's definitely opened up, and they don't see him floating on the backside of that press. But it's opened up more opportunities for shooters to shoot. They're diving in, but there also isn't a competitive hand on any shots that Bret Harte took. Look, wide open three if he would have took that.
Archer had the chance after the pass from Weedman. A Highlander down on the wrong end. It's 5-on-4. The pressure, and Weedman picks up a foul.
Like the Euro step, good move. Just focus on the finish. That's what elevates you and take you to the next level. I know a lot of young players, they want to know why they aren't at the next level. It's always about finishing. Got to go ahead and put this in the cup, but a great way to use your body, change the direction, and get to the free throw line.
had that great awareness, too. Looking behind him, he had a few Bullfrogs right behind, able to maneuver through multiple defenders. And Tumiso Owens will come back in for Jacob Archer, Bret Harte. Jordan Ross and Desir Newhouse also come into the game for the Highlanders. Owens immediately making an impact transition opportunity for the Bullfrogs, but McLane, their speed and awareness of the ball is unmatched in this one. Offensive foul, the push-off underneath.
Extended the arm unnecessarily. Have your head up. Typically that comes when the head is down, but just to push the arm out right in front of the official.
Owens allowing the pressure to come to him, which will allow easier passes up court, and Blodgett gets the rejection underneath. Pass up, 2-on-1, hit the sideline. Apley was ready.
You see
right there on the block.
You need to get Apley the basketball, so he was trying to do everything he could to get it to him.
Three on the way, Pamanis, no good here. Pamanis, who was on fire in that first quarter and then entering the second, he's really cooled off since then, but he has 12 of the 30 points for the Highlanders.
Oh, he's a smooth junior. I like him. He got a nice little shot. He works hard. Let's see if he can get his offense going back again.
They're going to count that one and have one more from the free throw line. Bret Harte's been getting there quite a bit early in this game, more than McLane at least.
Well, good work up for Herman. He needed to get some life in himself, and he's getting a couple baskets going here. It's always pivotal to see the ball go in the rim a couple times. Layup, free throws, getting tips and turnovers and getting a part of the game. But he saw the ball go in the rim, and he's making it count.
3-point play for Chance Herndon. 30-23, and we have just over a minute until the half. But let's talk about fouls for a second, because McLane has 9 fouls, Bret Harte has 3, and you can just tell by the physicality why and how McLane is picking up those fouls. But what do you see in that that's really making the difference foul-wise?
Well, we know they're going to foul. They're pressing, so typically coaches, and there's a 5-count turnover. The Bret Harte defense coming to pay off. But to answer that question, and you know as a coach, my team is going to have a little bit higher foul count because I'm applying pressure. I'm being the aggressor. And so they just have to be mindful of this is a pretty good free throw shooting team. They haven't missed many. So you have to say, hey, do I want to sacrifice fouling 94 feet away from the rim, or do I want to kind of rely on my defense and see what we can do? At some point in the ball game, trust and believe in the second half, that's where the decision is going to be for McLane and what they want to do. Because too many fouls, like right now they're reaching unnecessarily right now, will put them in a bad situation. If Bret Harte makes more free throws, they got a chance to win. And look, there you go again. So I would say 6 of their fouls were in the backcourt. Now you come down here and you got 5 fouls, and now they're in the double bonus.
Now on the other side, Bret Harte's doing a good job of not really fouling. They've been to the line a few times, but the team in general is 50% from the free throw line, and their highest free throw shooter is Richardson, but he's only shot 2, so it's 100%. Other than that, really a high count would be Hughes, who's 10 of 12 on the season at 83%.
Mm-hmm. And it's because of how they score their points. They score their points off defense. So they're getting turnovers. Turnovers create points for them, period. So the more turnovers they can create, and I think he stepped out, turnover again. You see, now they're piling up the turnovers. So you foul, you create turnovers. That's how we have a 5-point game. But Bret Harte is doing a great job of just staying locked in defensively and seeing if they can score. Because majority of McLane's points have came from turnovers and steals.
Bret Harte can make this a one-possession game before the half. 5-point deficit for the Bullfrogs. It's Apley underneath the double team, and he puts it down. It's 30-27, and McLane has one more shot. It's James Brown, ball in hand, dribbles out, 1 on the shot clock, gets it off in time. Yes!
It's a good pull.
Cedric Hughes, the 3. 6'1" junior ends the half with that, and maybe they'll carry that momentum as he runs back into the locker room. 33-27, a 10-minute half as we have that three once more. Tamiso Owens tried getting up, applying that pressure, but not quite there. There's DJ Trev Entertainment, your in-house DJ for the day. Come to the Oak Pavilion for the Duel in the Dome. He's waiting here for you. Bumping the beats. It's Levi Flores, Lauren Goodman. Second half underway in 10.
All the way up from Los Angeles. We just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
This is a commercial. From the video to the sounds of nature, the music, the words on the screen, the transitions, me, the voice saying these words. This is a commercial. Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. They make commercials like this one.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
One falling down.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
All the way up from Los Angeles.
From
we
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%. And we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
This is a commercial. From the video to the sounds of nature, the music, the words on the screen, the transitions, me, the voice saying these words. This is a commercial. Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. They make commercials like this one.
(33-27) at the end of the first half. It's the Duel in the Dome live from Columbia College in Sonora, California. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and by my side, the one and only Lauren Goody Goodman. At the end of the first half, McLane hit a big three to go up by 2 possessions when Bret Harte just came all the way back, made it a 3-point game in itself, but then McLane was like, no, we got to go into the second half with that 2-possession game. But McLane, it seems like this game is really their game to play, but Bret Harte, even though they're a little bit slower and methodical, the pressure that McLane is putting on them has really made this one a bigger game than what it seems.
Man, it's always a tale of 2 halves, right? And so everybody has a quarter to respond. Bret Harte responded very well in the second quarter, and that's why you have a closer ball game. But McLane nobody should ever come out and think like, hey, this is an easy landslide. You have to consistently play. The game is a run of peaks and valleys. So we'll see who responds the best in the third. That's who to me had the best halftime talk. Who responds the best in the third?
I mentioned it in the DJ Trev Entertainment pregame show, but McLane is a D4 school that plays out of the Central section. They are 3-5 overall, and then Bret Harte, they're a D5 in the Sac Joaquin section for the Motherlode League, and they're 5-4. So they're kind of similar, but the divisions is 1 up and 1 down. But Bret Harte, they have their work cut out for them, and they've proven that they can play against it.
And you never know now. The way the open division has created this shuffle of plays, they may end up having to see each other if they want to go to the promised land. So, great matchup, great preseason matchup, which is what preseason is for, to play tough teams, see your competition, and play other people at that division level so you can also get better for your season.
Let's see if we have a replay on that one, but McLane had a chance at a breakaway bucket, and the official called backcourt as Bret Harte possibly got a tiny fingertip on it.
I think they called foul on Archer.
Well, it would be a good foul either way, so it is 33-27 as McLane have to set up their offensive play against the Bret Harte defense, who gets to set up due to the foul.
And McLane got to reverse the basketball, keep it on the other side, move it.
Unfortunate miss there. Just battled its way out. Here's Weidman in transition to Walker Maurer, and a pass leading a little too strong. But McLane did get a fingertip on it.
And so now we got some settled-in offense. You don't see the press, but look, wide open layup, McLane unaware.
And, of course, Coach wants a timeout after that. That's the first real easy basket that McLane has allowed the Bullfrogs. So with that, 33-29, the Bullfrogs trying to make that second half comeback. Bullfrogs taking full advantage of that full timeout called by McLane. They were in the huddle for all 60 seconds, while McLane, they only took 30 seconds of the time. So the Bullfrogs, they know they're at a sort of a disadvantage, and they want to make sure they take as much as possible away from McLane. 33-29 in the start of the third quarter.
No legs. Hughes, last shot rattled in and out. That one just short. But again, I talked about this in the first half. McLane's offense is coming from their press. So when they, as you see in the last two plays, as Hughes picks up another foul right there.
It's going to be number 3, right?
In the last two plays, though, they haven't gotten any consistent offense because they haven't scored on Bret Harte's defense, really, half court. So they're going to have to figure out how to move the ball. That press has to turn over to some points and not fouls.
Hughes, who has foul number 3, averages 9.6 points per game. And putting it down through is Desir Newhouse, who has 8 points. But losing Hughes in case he fouls out, which he's 2 away, would be a huge hit to the team. One, because he's their second leading scorer behind James Brown. But this game, Brown only has 2, so Bret Harte recognizes who the scorers are, and they're shutting them down fairly early. But Hughes picking up that third foul now heads to the bench.
Well, now we got to go to somebody else right now. Somebody else got to pick the offense up. Brown obviously hasn't shown up to his full potential, so now maybe he gets going. And some other guys, this is true test moment. Preseason is forward to test to see where players are at. Who can I depend on? Essentially, a basketball rotation is 8 or 9 people, reality. Blowout times, we may get a little past that. So these 8 or 9 guys got to show me what they're about and how I can move them around throughout the year.
And Pamanis has really shown up today for McLane. He averages 7 points per game before entering today, and he has 12 as Bret Harte gets a transition bucket. That is Chance Herndon, who now has 7.
And they got to move the ball quick.
Brown blocked by Chance Herndon, and Herndon immediately goes over to the official, say, "What did I do?" Well,
I thought that was
look at this one.
A slight Wilson, but I think hand on hip.
Now James Brown heads to the free throw line. He has 2 points. Herndon picks up foul number 1, and Brown not getting free throw number 1. 49% free throw shooter, 17 of 35 on the season. And it's crazy looking at the numbers for McLane. 18 points per game, and he's the second highest field goal percentage on the team. The leader is Newhouse at 47%, but he only gets 6.5 points per game. But like I said, Brown, 18 points per game at 39% from the field. Weidman kicks out wide open. Owens from the college 3. Tamiso Owens, his first points of the game. And it's hard to recognize as a player. The dark black line is that college three-point line. It's actually that lighter shade of brown color that's just inside that. But Owens took advantage. He'll put that on his highlight reel, and he's only a freshman. So a few years for those college scouts to really take notice of him. 35-34, the closest this game has been since the opening 2 minutes. And McLane back with it. That's going to be the first points for Mark Bowman, who we said his name quite a bit in the original few minutes, but now he's starting to ramp up offensively. Apley offensive rebound. Pamanis the strip. Weedman gets in front, lost control, and the double dribble. And now as a coach, Lauren, what's going through McLane's mind right now as Bret Harte has made it that 1-point game, and then, of course, now back to 3?
We've got to keep it consistent, and we got to figure out how we can execute on the offensive end. Turn stops. You got to go right now in transition. Turn it into something.
James Brown is fouled, and looks like Herndon will pick up foul number 2. There's that 3 from Tomiso Owens.
Nobody out there, but Houston can't be the person going out there because he has 3 fouls.
And another missed free throw, like we said earlier in the first half. There was only 3 fouls on Bret Harte, which 2 of those they went to the free throw line. But they're only a 50% free throw shooting team, despite their somewhat high field goal percentage as a team.
Brown owed me some push-ups. I'm going to say it again to him while he's standing next to me. Brown owed me some push-ups. 0 for 6 from the free throw line right now. And that can change the game for him. He knocks those in. He has 8 points, pushes the lead significantly higher. So making those free throws, it matters.
Apley, count it, and one more, and that was the easiest broken full court press that Bret Harte has done all game long, and it couldn't come at a better time. Late in the third quarter, setting up the fourth quarter possible lead. And right now,
and
Apley.
Look who gets his 4th foul. First of all, why is he in the game anyway, Coach? We got to talk about that offline. Second of all, it started with the missed free throws. The missed free throws, you fought for the ball. It let them reset. Then they went down and got an easy layup.
And they're going to call that one clean as it stays high.
Wilson. Okay, Apley, I like it. Get some offense and play some defense, sir. Oh, that was a back robbery right there. I like that.
2 more Bullfrogs come in, 2 of the original starters. It's Walker Maurer and Nathan Reeves. Reeves is scoreless, and so is Maurer. So on the court, 3 of the 5 players have scored for a total of 12 points, and that's between Tomiso Owens, Jacob Archer, and Chase Herndon. Herndon has the bulk of that with 7. Pamanis, dribble drive, stopped at the elbow, kick back out. They have 10 to shoot. Brown for 3, and that's short. Triple teamed is Walker Maurer. He somehow dribbles out and picks up a little early.
They got to get back. They got to get back. Too many people on the basketball. Everybody got to lock up and guard their man because Bret Harte's taking care of the basketball. Again, backdoor cut. Good D. Oh.
Thought he was tied up, but they call the foul, and Pamanis picks up number 3.
I think that was Newhouse.
Exactly right there, Newhouse.
And that's Newhouse's 3rd. Now, again, we talked about rotation. Not too deep. And we got now getting people into 3rd fouls, and we still got a whole another quarter of basketball to play.
And more on top of that, 5 fouls, and it's not even the end of the 3rd quarter yet. And you said there is going to be a swing of fouls for McLane, but 5 early on? It's only 5 minutes into the 3rd quarter, and they have 1 foul per minute. They're Bret Harte. You said that they've been doing really well from the free throw line, and if it comes down to it, free throws wins games.
Free throws and layups. Trust me. Free throws and layups. 3s are the icing on the cake.
Another missed 3 for the Highlanders in what possibly could have been the easiest basket Bret Harte has had all day. falls shy as the Butterfingers of Nathan Reeves leads to a
Reeves,
turnover.
you owe me one, Reeves. This is what coaches think about during the process of the game, right? Who do I got to sub in? Who do I got to take out? When do I need to call a timeout? When I'm going to make them run in practice?
He was shooting before he had the ball in his hands, and that could have been the first lead for Bret Harte all game long, but it still remains a Highlander 1-point lead. Pamanis 3, still cold from around the outside and in shooting since early second quarter. Foul on Walker Maurer. That's going to be foul number 1. You see him, he boxed out a little bit and just a little bump from behind in the reach. Pamanis will be on Maurer. Drives through. Reeves puts some defense up, bumps into the lower body, and that'll be 2 free throws for Pamanis.
This is going to be good for him to see the ball go on the rim. But he got 4 collapse. Also, being able to be a decision maker, right? You got 4 purple jerseys on you got to be able to kick it out and somebody can hit. But I understand when you say, man, we need a bucket, I'm going to go get it.
Now, is that the first points for Pamanis in the second half?
Yes, it is.
Pamanis will get both free throws. 83% from the free throw line. He is now 7 of 8.
It's too easy.
Highlanders get 2 free throws. Bret Harte answers right back with a baseline 2-pointer. Owens pointing to the open Pamanis. And Pamanis, who's missed his last 3 3-pointers, hesitant to shoot the 3-ball. Walker Maurer, the poke out, the steal in transition. Here they go again. Bullfrogs, it's Archer wrapping around Brown. A little body bump high off the backboard. Gets it off the box. And now Bret Harte, for the first time, has the lead in game number 1 of the Duel in the Dome.
In this game right now, Bret Harte's execution has been better.
Here's another one. The fast break. Archer from coast to coast. Chopped at. Won't connect on the layup, and he was out of bounds as he had possession of the ball. But Bret Harte, first lead of the entire game. McLane got off really early, had a double-digit lead, but now Bret Harte, in this, not only just the second half, but the end of the second quarter, they have brought this one to a 1-point game, and this is only the first game of the day. We have 5 more to go.
They've dominated, and McLane has lost their energy on the defense. Shoot the basketball. Like, you waiting for what? You're giving them time to collapse. The first step is not there just yet. Go ahead and pull one.
Brown against 3, still won't go, and James Brown has been held to 2 points, which is big. Your leading scorer held to 2 points when he averages 10 times that amount.
It's the zone. Travel.
Gets caught on the foul, and that's Brown's second foul.
But it's the collapsing defense for me, which I'm loving about Bret Harte right now, is you cannot do anything against that zone. The zone is collapsing. So every time you try to take a shimmy shake or you try to do something, zone's cracked down by ball movement, then hitting.
Owens' second 3 rattles out. The toilet bowl miss as it plunges out. Archer back cutting. Owens was wide open in the corner once again, but Bret Harte trying to get those high percentage shots down low. He said layups win the game. It's not necessarily a layup, but it's right there from 2 feet out. Shot clock has turned off for the Highlanders. Final 20 seconds. Reeves picks up foul number 3, and now he's in some trouble. Hasn't scored any points. Actually, they put that one on Jonah Kato. That's only his first.
And they got to get more movement. Move the basketball if you are, and not to the corner.
Bullfrogs cut off the baseline. There's 7 to shoot left in the third quarter. Pamanis driving down, double teamed. Reeves goes straight up and down, and the Highlanders retake the lead at the end of the third quarter. Pamanis, the game high 16 points, but there's still 8 to play. 41-40. Back in a moment.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Live from Columbia College in Sonora, California, it's the Duel in the Dome, and Game 1 is 8 minutes away from ending. McLane took a 1-point lead at the end of quarter number 3, 41-40, and they had a large lead in the first half, but Bret Harte, they've slowly climbed their way back in, and now they are 8 minutes away from a possible win to go up 6-4 on the season. Levi Flores, Lauren Goodman on hand.
That's really exactly what we wanted. We wanted a ball game. We didn't want a blowout, so I'm glad both teams woke up and are ready to play now.
Desir Newhouse had a chance to add to that 1-point lead, but Bret Harte trying to retake it. Here is Archer on the outside, and you see a lot more pressure coming from McLane, and it's a different type of pressure. What we saw in the first half was a gameplay type pressure. Now, kind of what I'm seeing at least is a why are we this close type of pressure, and they're trying to force things that shouldn't be forced.
Oh yeah, most definitely, and I like how both teams, either defensively or offensively, we got to rise to the occasion. This is what basketball is all about. You got the game that you wanted. Now let's show what you're about.
Archer on the baseline retakes the lead by 1.
And that was a great start if you're Bret Harte.
And 8 minutes goes by fast. We're already 1 minute into the fourth quarter, but both teams have now picked up 6 fouls apiece as McLane adds a triple to their belt.
And Simon didn't think that was going to come down, but I appreciate the effort. Add something to the game. Don't just be on the floor. That was a good find in the middle, and that's what they needed to do. Get the defense in the middle. Bret Harte's collapsing, and you got to make some shots. And we were concerned about that in the first half. They got to make some shots right here if they want to win the ball game.
And the timeout called by the Bullfrogs coach. That is Tim Weedman. Will be back in 30.
One falling down.
When there was 3 minutes left in the third quarter, we looked at the fouls, and it was 6 fouls to 3 fouls. But then within that final 3 minutes, it has now been tied up at 6 fouls apiece. And if it comes down to free throws, McLane has been struggling. Bret Harte a little bit higher on there, but in crunch time is where it really matters, and who the 5 you have out on the court. Are they good free throw shooters? Are they not? And if it comes down to that, Lauren, who wins it?
It's going to be Bret Harte. So right now, unless Pamanis can get to the free throw line. He's the only one making them right now if you're McLane.
Archer lost it on his way to the rack, and here is number 5, Desir Newhouse, who will now slow it down. They have the 2-point lead. As long as they capitalize on their possessions, they're going to be just fine. Pamanis misses again on his way to level 10. Ball gets off on level 9. Here's Owens down the sideline. He only has 3 points, but a good 3 points for the Bullfrogs. Simon just got his first points a minute ago as well from around the arc. Newhouse kicks out. Brown, 3, no. Archer breaks the press. He's triple teamed. Reeves off the backboard. 44-44. That's Reeves' first points of the game. Pamanis out to Simon. Simon, another three. Won't connect.
Here we go.
Pamanis forces the turnover. Rejection from behind. Chance turned in a full hand on the ball, but we'll see who they call the foul on.
He was disrespectful with that one. Don't ever block my shot that hard. But again, it's the hands. When I don't have the vertical leap, it's the hand on the body. But that layup right there, good strong move. Nobody can stop you. Lean into your height.
So again, Pamanis hits that free throw. On that foul, it was actually called on Nathan Reeves, who was on the front side, and not Herndon, who made the rejection.
Yeah, Herndon was trying to be disrespectful from with the rejection.
Like you said, Pamanis the only one making free throws right now, and he continues to prove that as the Bullfrogs will bring back in Apley, who is their leading scorer, and along with him is Jonathan Cato.
That was smart. Tired of the big fella sitting out. Get him back in the game.
Weidman picks up the dribble and finds Archer. The final 5 minutes, and it's still as close as it was at the end of the third.
Good
Archer
strong
underneath.
move, good fine. 3 seconds in the key. Oh, they called a foul. And it's in the bonus. Are we surprised?
It was a beautiful find 1 and a beautiful find 2. The cutting baseline man as Archer now will be shooting some free throws. 1-1.
But now that's the 4th foul on Newhouse, and there's still 5 minutes left.
Coming up for the Duel in the Dome, the next game, Oakdale, Riverbank. 2 teams close to each other, coming to a different county to play in the Oak Pavilion. Archer goes 2 for 2. Points when the clock is stopped. Easy points as well. Get a little break and tie it back up. Pamanis 3 still hasn't connected on a 3 in the second half.
No, and ball movement, swinging the ball, then getting him with his feet set, I think is better. When he shoots off the dribble, I'm not liking it right now. He doesn't feel comfortable.
Weidman 3, back iron, bounces off to the strong side. Apley getting it done offensively, but misses his attempt going up. I think he was more worried about a foul than the actual basket, just based on the dynamics of how the ball went up.
I respect the no call, too. Let him play. Don't let it be in the officials' hands. We already know it's bonus both ways, so let's see what everybody's made of.
This single bonus definitely helps Bret Harte just because McLane's lack of free throw ability in this game. We know that they're 50% on the season, but depending on who it is at the line really makes the difference.
They got to be mindful of the shot clock.
4 to shoot, 3 on the way, still won't go. I think McLane only has 1 3-pointer in the second half, and that was Simon, who that's his only points.
Oh, my goodness. Coach is irate right now. Cannot give up the basket and not to their best player, obviously. I thought their ball movement was the best last possession from McLane, but they got to move right here. This is when it gets stagnant. The pump fake, it's not quick. Quick jab, give the ball up.
Now, when do you call a timeout?
We're fine right now. Nobody needs to foul. This is the problem, though, for McLane. 2 people on the floor have 4 fouls.
Allen's last touch by McLane. It goes Bullfrog ball, and I think the players are just getting a little messed up with the 3-point line. They know it's that lighter shade of brown one, but they keep stepping behind that black line. And I understand. It's a mental thing looking at it. But having that little extra distance definitely
everything will be falling short.
It lowers your percentage.
They're not really shooting in the gym, my guy. That's what it is, Levi.
Apley pushes through, and the Highlanders get the rebound with the foul on Apley. That's foul number 3 on the 21-point leader.
Apley with the frustration foul. You know, he tried to put his chest down a little bit, get a little contact on that last play. Didn't get what he wanted. So he turned around and did the old doozy frustration foul.
Hughes misses the free throw. Apley the rebound.
We needed that one, Hughes.
Like we said, though, the 1-and-1 definitely favors Bret Harte due to that, all those missed free throws. And now Bullfrogs call another timeout to avoid the 5-second call. 3 to play in the fourth quarter, and it's a 2-point game. DJ Trev Entertainment. For all your DJ needs, call DJ Trev Entertainment. He's also here in-house today. Make sure to come by the Oak Pavilion and listen to the bump and beats that he has brought to you today. Also, subscribe to NorCal Sports TV on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the social medias. NorCal Sports TV. Also, check out the website, norcalsportstv.com.
What are you waiting for? Go subscribe.
There you go.
What are we waiting for?
Especially if you don't want to miss any action today, as Weedman misses that three. There are 5 more games after this one finishes. Next up will be Oakdale Riverbank. Then we have Lincoln Consumnes River, Atwater, Sac High, Calaveras, Tracy, and Sonora Downey. All games that have been matched up for your entertainment and enjoying pleasure. Weedman, the scoop around won't go, and McLane, they're down by 2.
Put pressure on them, Brown.
Apley from behind putting a little pressure, but Brown not getting enough.
That's when Brown's the best. So that's why he's been slowing down in transition, stopping himself. Good defense right there. But look, the offense creates the defense. He sees the ball go in the rim. Now he gets a tip deflection. You got to be able to apply that pressure. That was a great pull-up, great decision for him.
Owens will ignite the play for Bret Harte. Apley's calling for it, and he gets the inbound pass. He's going to try and beat out Jay Turner. And we got an offensive foul. That is number 4.
Interesting. That was a spicy one.
Looks like he got hit in the nose as well.
My officials will check out their work after.
What do you think? Just say it. Just say it.
They will check out their craft after. The one thing I love about our officials in California, period, they just always want to get better, see what they're doing wrong, and make the adjustments in the next ball game.
Now that's big for Bret Harte because Apley now has 4 fouls. He has 21 of the 48 points, and you have to credit this game to Apley. Whether they win or lose, Bret Harte really has something in Apley against this McLane team.
Yeah, and then, I mean, look at the matchup here. You got Hughes guarding him. He has 4 fouls. Apley has 4 fouls, so either you're going to foul out on defense or you're going to foul out on offense. We'll see how it goes on the officiating side.
Tamiso Owens didn't want to say anything about the free throws, but that's where my mind was going. Weedman, offensive rebound, put back off the missed free throw. And it's crazy how often I have seen offensive rebounds on missed free throws when it's really the easiest time to get that defensive rebound.
That might have worked out perfectly for Bret Harte, to be honest. They got to move the ball with intention right now. Move the ball with intention. Don't just be, hey, I'm just trying to get it around. Be ready when the ball comes to you, and he's again on that three-point line. Take a step in, young fella. Oh, my goodness.
Weedman gets pushed, and you can see the frustration from Hughes, and I think he might be fouling out here. He might have to exit this game, and he's done.
White 3. We got 15 seconds, so he can gather itself and decide who's going to go in. That was just an unnecessary foul. You didn't have the basketball. We need you on the floor offensively. He kind of got a spark going in the second, and has been shut out since. But frustration fouls got him to this point.
Missed free throw by Weidman. Final 90 seconds, and Pamanis comes back in for McLane. Trying to make an immediate impact, but that shot rattles off both sides of the basket. And Bret Harte toes on the baseline.
Yeah.
The official standing right there, making sure he pays attention.
Pamanis got to put a little bit more snap on it. He's shooting just real lofty still. Shoots with some intention.
Three, it's good. That is Mark Bowman.
Look what happens when you step in and shoot your regulation three.
Final minute, Bowman has 5 points, and it's a 1-point lead by the Highlanders. Weidman's fouled, and that will be 2 free throws.
He's out of there. If it's on Newhouse, he's out of there. And here we go. Step into regulation, shoot the basketball.
Getting there late was Jonah Kato, the senior player.
It was a raindrop at that. They ain't been able to hit the ocean. And then here's that last foul.
And that is number 5.
Oh.
Grab the jersey.
Go ahead, Newhouse, and subscribe to Norcal Sports TV so you can see the playback of yourself fouling right there. That's a great shot by our baseline camera. But you know what's so crazy? Bret Harte can't make a free throw here. Seems like in the last 5 minutes of the ball game. It's been a lot of offers out here.
Final minute. Weidman takes his time and connects on that.
Thanks, we appreciate that. These are also the mental notes of Coach. We're going to be doing a lot of running and shooting free throws at the end of practice because we need to be able to make free throws down the stretch.
They have a long ride home as well. And the Highlanders take the timeout. 51-51, 48 seconds. What's the thought?
Man, I think it's going to be something for 3. Hopefully they get some penetration to get a good shot. Okay, good shot. You don't need a 3. It's a tie ball game. But I definitely think they're going to get some execution to get some movement, Coach. We got to get some movement, especially from the sideline angle. That's one of my favorite plays or play areas to draw up a play because I want to either get something towards the basket or where I'm getting my best player open with some screen action away from the basketball. So right now it's got to be movement. You see all eyes locked in. Bret Harte for surely got to play sound defense because no matter what happens at this point, whether it's a foul to the basket or even if it's a foul going for the basketball right now, it's going to put them in double bonus and 2 free throws. And depending on who they foul, McLane might go out there and take this ball game over. So it's been some wild plays right here. A wide open layups, free throws missed, regulation threes being hit, the optics. Hopefully Coach told everybody to step in a bit because even right now they're lining up and they're running out. They're on that black line again. So they don't need a 3. They need a good shot.
When McLane had their closest game of the season, it was just over a week ago against East Bakersfield, and they lost the game by 5 points, 55-50. But then we go to the start of the Bret Harte season where they played Mariposa County at home, and their closest game, a 4-point win, 43-39. And those are the closest games. Other than that, a 15-point loss last night against Vanguard College Prep for Bret Harte, and then against Madera, 56-47. So this is definitely the closest game that both teams have been in. We'll see if the nerves get under the skin of one team or the other.
They didn't come out and run it right the first time, so we got to get it right the second time. Oh, my
Brown,
goodness.
a forced pass, stripped by Weidman, and now Bret Harte. It is a tie game, so there's no room for error.
Overtime. Calling it out. First game of the inaugural Duel in the Dome. Overtime.
And I think that's just how it works, too. When you have one of these events and you have multiple games lined up, something goes into overtime just to throw off the schedule.
Why not the first game?
Riverbank and Oakdale on the sides waiting for their time, but it's 51-51 with zeros on the shot clock. 10 seconds for McLane to take the lead and take the victory.
Pamanis got to touch the basketball. What are we doing, Coach?
Brown sets up Bowman. Bowman baseline, tight defense. 2, Brown, 3, it's blocked. And Bret Harte.
What I tell you?
Going into overtime.
What I tell you? Good defense by Owens right there getting the stop.
the prophecy from Lauren Goody Goodman, and we'll be back in 45 seconds as we have an overtime period.
Minners Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minners Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
The commentator's curse is something talked about at all levels of the game, and right now Lauren Goody Goodman dancing because she wanted to see overtime between these two teams. Free throws, field goals, it doesn't matter, even overtime. Goodman
We won it all.
with the commentator's curse, but it's 51-51, 4-minute overtime period, and McLane starting off good with a triple.
Brown, you better redeem yourself. You have no choice at this point. You got your shot blocked at the end of the game. I like the response, though.
Bret Harte now, basically, they don't have to shoot the three. Apley won't make the basket, but he is fouled. That would have been huge if it went down for a possible three-point play, but right now the best you can do is add two. As we see the replay of James Brown with the right hand.
His parents knew what they was doing naming him. That was a good shot by the junior. Way to recover. Way to recover. He could have definitely been insecure about shooting the next one, but that was a great job of coming back, knocking it down. And that's how Apley got to the line right here.
James Brown getting his team up. And Apley, yes. Second one barely rattles through, and it's 54-53.
And a big reason why we're even in this predicament, I think, for Bret Harte is Apley only had 2 points in the fourth quarter. Not as big as a presence.
Jonathan Cato keeping a close eye on James Brown. Tamiso Owens comes over to help. Brown, another three. Good! James Brown, 2 threes starting off the overtime period. He went from having 4 points in regular time to 10 in total.
There we go, Junior. Step it up, Brown. I like it.
I've mentioned it all game, averages 18 points per game, and not living up to that expectation today, but imagine having 18 points finishing off the game just because of the overtime period itself. That'd be pretty wild. Here's Archer with 10 to shoot. Owens thought about it, gets past Pamanis, bumps into the body, no whistle, and a defensive rebound for the Highlanders.
Owens is a really nice sized kid, really lengthy. That one could have dropped in. I like the adjustment of putting him at the top. Brown again, 3 for 3.
Good! James Brown.
What I tell you, the mojo of the overtime.
And that is the timeout called by the Bullfrogs, as it's now a 7-point game and 2.5 to play. James Brown leading the team 60-53.
One falling down.
Get on up like a three machine. James Brown has led this Highlander team with 3 threes in overtime.
You talk about responding to the haters. He got his shot blocked in regulation where they could have got an open opportunity to score. He came back and responded with 3 threes. They found the hot hand. He's not hesitating anymore. He's shooting the basketball. And it's 3 city if you're McLane, and especially if your name is James Brown.
Riverbank, Oakdale waiting on the sides for game number 2 of the Duel in the Dome. But right now, Bret Harte trying to keep themselves alive and keep their winning percentage over 500. And McLane trying to get to 4-5. Weedman, the poke out by Brown, doing everything he can. The chase by Archer, a push of the body, and they're going to call the tip.
Yep. Too lackadaisical. Here's where my junior got to have development. Go kill him. Don't play with him. Go kill him. And that could have been an assassination move right there if he would have got the and one bucket.
Walker Maurer finds Tumiso Owens, not looking at three quite yet. He's double teamed in the corner. 2 to play, and Owens nearly lost it.
They got to move the ball quicker. Don't try to make threes to get back in the ball game. Do what you did to get here. You got fouls. You got to the free throw line. You got and one buckets.
Weedman forced to give it up. Finally finds Archer. Archer from mid-range, the 10-footer, too strong, back iron, and pegs off. Pamanis.
Got him. Good find, Pamanis. I'm okay
Simon,
with it.
the cleanup. And it back to 9 points with 90 seconds. Near impossible, but Bret Harte going transition coast to coast, doing everything, but it looks like the Highlanders might have this one in the fridge.
11-2 run. It's been all Highlanders, and they have responded significantly. Good
Now
timeout by Coach
McLane
Davis.
calls the timeout. 62-53 with a minute left.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Inaugural Duel in the Dome from Columbia College in Sonora, California. There's the Oakdale team with Coach Berg waiting on the side to face on the closely located Riverbank Bruins, close to each other but traveling from county to county into Tuolumne to play on this beautiful Columbia College court and facilities. Now McLane in the first game sent it to overtime and now look for the victory over the Bret Harte Bullfrogs. James Brown, ball in hand. He's the one who led to this lead all in overtime. He has 13 points. He had 4 in regular time and now has added 9 in total. Oh, and look at that. 6 players, 6 Bullfrogs.
And nobody's even walking off the court now.
Oh, boy.
How did we not catch that one?
They played for 14 seconds before the officials
I'm not going to lie.
And
I was like, man, Bret Harte is locking up. It was the one dribble jumper that was like, something is off right now. And I've never seen a 6-player violation and nobody on the 6-player violation act like they want to run off the court.
Kamanas adds a free throw with that, and a chuckle from basically the entire gym and the official as well. He didn't really want to give the technical foul, but you have to at this point.
We teeing that up. We giving that tee. It was the lack of urgency, I think, that made him like, hey, let me throw the tee in. You got to at least act like you want to get off the court. And then it's like nobody had ownership of, coach didn't tell me to get out. Somebody had to figure it out. And now that's just another hole dug for Bret Harte.
We will definitely be behind schedule entering game number 2, but once again, Riverbank Oakdale awaiting their time on the court. If you don't want to miss out on any of the action, subscribe to NorCal Sports TV. Hit that notification bell right next to it. You'll be notified when we go live, just so that you don't miss out. Brown nearly gets the English, and now Bret Harte just trying to close that gap back to single digits with Reeves. Gets clobbered down low, and it slipped, but I think he got hit by his own player. 5-second difference between shot and game clock, and Bret Harte with the physicality, but it's a little too late.
Mm-hmm. There's no need to foul. Just play lock-up defense. You're down by 10. So it's not going to play a difference at 27, but I want to see if Brown got some shifty in him.
In the final 20 seconds, it looks like the Bullfrogs allow this one to be a Highlander win. So take us through what we saw in game number 1.
Oh, man, we saw a great ball game. Both teams, woke up and responded. We can't get a shot clock violation, though, if we're McLane. I don't know what is going on. Nobody want to get off the court. Nobody want to shoot the ball. But in game 1, pretty much, Highlanders came out aggressive. Bret Harte responded extremely well in the second and third quarter. We had a even pretty much matchup in the fourth, and that's what led to this overtime ball game. But really impressive by both D5 teams. They're going to learn a lot from this game, and they're going to be able to watch it all on NorCal Sports TV.
Toomey Owens dribbling out in the final seconds, might have one more shot at him. 3 doesn't go, so at the end of game 1, the overtime period, 65-53, the McLane Highlanders from Fresno beat the local Bret Harte Bullfrogs. Once again, 65-53, and now entering the court, it's the Oakdale Mustangs and the Riverbank Bruins. The head-to-head matchup of Coach Berg and Coach Lopez is coming up next in the Duel in the Dome.